Alright gang, well, you just started watching yesterday's vlog and I just got done working. So I'm starting tomorrow's vlog yesterday when you were watching the vlog yesterday today. Are you confused yet? Good. A little bit of a bummer. I stopped by the grocery store because I figured, well, I'll just get my juicing supplies and get all my grocery shopping out of the way while everybody else is asleep, and apparently my grocery store doesn't keep those hours anymore. They used to be open 24 hours a day. Now it's 6 a.m. till 2 a.m. That doesn't help me, Food for Less. All right, gang, I'm home. I'm tired, but it was worth it. Because what I ended up filming tonight was actually like a, wasn't really a commercial, but it kind of was. What it was our local transit station here, the Metro, the train that I always take, they were filming a commercial that they air only on the Metro. So I was in that tonight. So if I'm ever riding the train and I see that thing, I'll make sure to pull out the camera and put it on video. But yeah, I know this is a weird vlog that I'm starting the vlog in the evening, but that's the way my day shook out. So I'll see you guys when I wake up. And just in case you were wondering, because I know everybody wants to know where he's at, he's right here. The moment I came in, he was waiting on me. Jaw, say hi before we go to bed. Thank you. Say goodnight. We'll see him in a little bit. Well, good morning, Jaw. I'm awake, you're awake. We hit 1,200 subscribers, which probably is no big deal to most people, but it's a big deal to us because 200 days ago, Jaw, we had 50 subscribers. Or not 1,200, 200, yeah, did I say that right? I'm still tired. 200 days ago, Jaw, we only had 46 or 50 subscribers. We are well on our way. Daze with... Are you eating your tail? You're eating your tail, aren't you? Okay, teach everybody how to eat their tail. Teach them. They got to learn something when they come here. Well, it's Red's opening day today, and I'm so infuriated at the organization that I almost don't want to watch it, and I never miss an opening day. But I am so infuriated with the people that run that organization. I have a real dilemma whether I want to keep supporting it or whether I want to quit supporting it until they get some new people in there running it. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but looks like I got about 2 hours to figure it out. Alright, I have finally walked outside. I decided I think I am going to watch a little bit of the game. I'm a Reds fan, I have a Reds tattoo, and I don't want a couple of bad apples in the organization to ruin my love for it. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to watch everything all year, and I don't even know if I'll go to a game this year, but I think I'm going to watch it. And I think because of that, I'm going to keep the vlog a little bit local today. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. I've been planning on doing this for a while, and I had told you guys I was going to do this a while ago, and I was trying to do it, pair it up with another vlog so I could do them like one after another, 2 days in a row, but I just wasn't able to make it happen. So today I think I'll do that once the game's over with, and it'll definitely be interesting. I know you old Hollywood fans will love it. What I'm going to take you to do is I'm going to show you the original home, or the very first home of Paramount Studios. I'm going to show you what's there now, how they've commemorated it, and this ought to be a great day. And I have put off finishing the taxes. I don't know why, because all I have to do is type out all my receipts. It's basically a work day. Like, I mean, it's basically, if I get it done, I get my money back. I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I am gonna do it tonight. My plan is this for the rest of the day. I'm gonna watch the game, I'm gonna walk over, do our vlog, then I'm gonna walk to the grocery store, buy some juicing supplies, and then I'm gonna come home and work on those tax forms. Oh, and Casey Neistat released a new video today where he got a new camera. And I was sitting here going, oh, I wonder what, I was like, well, for first thing I was thinking is, how many cameras do you need, dude? You do like a camera unboxing every month. And he unboxes the camera I was just talking about the other day, the Sony XR100 Mark V. And he basically says he's gonna go back to having that camera and a holster on his hip that he can just go to all the time. And I was like, that's good enough for me. That's the one I was thinking of. And that guy, he does so much different shooting that he's in so many different situations like I am. Sometimes I'm trying to film things that are moving, or I'm walking and it's bouncing, or I'm hiking or driving or whatnot. He puts his cameras through so much that if he's deciding on that, then I know I'm right in thinking about that one, because really I just want something that has a great picture and really, really good autofocus. And that camera, I've watched a lot of comparisons between that and the G7X, and the picture looks better, I think, on the G7X, but it's not even a comparison. The autofocus is 100 times better on the Sony. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up having to do, is get that camera. Because since most of you know, one of my best friends, Michael, is getting married in Sweden this summer, and I am a groomsman. So I wanna have that camera to be able to vlog in Sweden. Oh, and also, Randyland, the Randy shirts. He is, man, he's making some serious progress. He sent me a thing this morning of like the design, and it looks awesome. I think we're almost ready. He sent me a little message and just said, hey, I'm gonna need about a 2-week turnaround. So once I get the image and I can show you guys what it's gonna look like, I'm gonna post it. And if anybody wants to buy it, I just wanna let you know what's gonna happen. You just have to pre-order it. He's gonna make them, and this is what we're gonna do. The shirts are gonna be the same as what they would be on like Spreadshirt or something or anything else. And here's why. Because Randy has a giant vision for what he wants to do with that property. And I wanna help him make it happen. And I wanna help so that future vloggers and people that go to admire his artwork will get even more in the future. So he sells his shirts for $20 because that's how much how much he puts into buying the shirts, the work and everything. So he's gonna get that money, and then it's gonna be $5 towards that will go to my vlog, and then whatever shipping is. So basically the shirts are gonna be like $30 total, but I just wanted you to know that 20 of that is going straight to Randy and his grand vision of what's gonna happen, because he actually has 20 feet higher that he wants to take that thing. He was describing to me all the things that he's gonna add in there. And I mean, I hope that you guys will understand, it's for a good cause, and I think it's pretty cool that an amazing artist who I honestly, that might be one of the most genius art minds I've ever met. And to know that you can have something that he's gonna make in his house and dry in his yard, and that he's gonna hand make, I think it's worth it. I really do. I'm not trying to shill money out of anyone. I just, it's what I would want as someone who's an art lover. If, like, I'm doing it because I can't believe that I can do it. I can't believe that he was willing to do it. To get somebody who you think is just such an amazing artist to design your shirts and hand make them for the fans. So that's basically, they'll basically be about 30 bucks. Also, I'm gonna be doing everything by hand. I'm gonna go pick up everything, drop off everything. I'm gonna be the one filling out your mailer, going to the post office, mailing it out. So, and I'll include a little message, like a note and everything for everybody, and I'll sign it and whatnot. Like, I know it's nothing big, but who knows? I'm a fan of interesting stuff, and I know some of you guys are too, so I figured maybe you might want it. Look, there's the apartment building for swingers. I just stopped in and went ahead and bought a juice. I am gonna go and buy the juicing supplies, but I'll probably be hungry in the next 3 or 4 hours, however long this baseball game takes, and I don't usually buy my vegetables there because they're always way more expensive there than they are anywhere else. I got mail from my mom. I don't know what it is. Let's check it out. Oh! That's right, she told me this. She found a disc of all the photos I took in Amsterdam when I went. Now granted, I probably, in those days my camera was probably an 8 or 12 megapixel camera, but I didn't have many of the photos, and she sent them all to me, so that's pretty cool. Some things never change. Lead off home run. Alright, so if you guys remember when I was over here doing this Taft Building vlog, one of the things I told you was that this was kind of a hot mainstay for the agents. The agents like to have a lot of their offices here because they were a stone's throw away from the Brown Derby, the Hollywood version of the Brown Derby. There was actually one down, well, originally the Brown Derby was down on Wilshire, and they moved it like a block over, and then they started franchising it out a little bit, and then they had one up here where we're gonna go, and they had one up on Franklin and Hillhurst. Okay, there's the Taft Building. Now you see, since I've moved here, everything from where the Taft Building ends all the way down to the end of the block has been wiped away. There used to be a bar here, over here called Daze, and every single day, about 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., when the show 6 Feet Under was filming, it was filming a block away, you would find 2 or 3 of the main actors would go in there and drink every day. One of the guys who lived in my apartment building above me, a friend of mine, used to come down here and pitch them script ideas all the time and just drink with the guys. But yeah, there used to be a cigar store, there used to be a hat shop, there used to be Daddy's bar right there, and then when I moved here, there was, right where that Wells Fargo is, there was a big old giant parking space. And right there where that parking space was the Brown Derby. And the Brown Derby was basically like this quaint little restaurant that was kind of a celebrity hangout, and it was during the heyday of when novelty attractions were the thing. And so they would make all these Brown Derby restaurants, you guessed it, in the shape of a Brown Derby. Now I am going to go here pretty shortly. I'm going to go down to show you what is left of the very original Wilshire one. There is one thing left, and I'll do a whole vlog on kind of what the Brown Derby was about. But I just wanted to show you, since I was walking by here, give you a little bit of an idea, because I wanted you to see what old Hollywood really was like. Before these skyscrapers and billboards and everything, it was a series of shops, tobacco store and various little things. Then you had the Brown Derby right here. Now, here's the crazy thing, is this is kind of what our whole vlog is about right now. Is do you guys remember when I took you over to the Hollywood Heritage Museum, and it was the DeMille Lasky barn where they, in 1913, where they filmed the Squaw Man? Well, that was part of what I wanted to be a two-parter, and it didn't happen because I couldn't get it my schedule to sync up to where I could do them. But what I wanted to originally do was show you right here, right where this Equinox is on this corner. That was originally where the barn stood in 1913. They rented a horse barn right there, well, a horse carriage barn. And from that one building and the success of that one movie, they started adding on, and believe it or not, they took up this entire block. So from 1913 until 1926, when Paramount moved over to where it's at now, this whole block was actually where all of the silent movies through Paramount Pictures was filmed. And eventually, where this block ends, over on the east side, 3 other studios would then open as well. And when you stood on the corner of Gower and Sunset, on every single corner there was a different studio, and there's a place over there called the Gower Gulch, and I'm gonna vlog that as well. I'm gonna tell you the significance of that corner and what the Gower Gulch was. Now, what I find really awesome though is that even though, I mean, gosh, even until I figured it out a few months ago, most people don't know that Paramount was originally over here, and probably could care less. But this Chase Bank, once Paramount moved in, it became something else. It became the RKO lot. RKO took that over and they began filming there. And then I think it might have even been swallowed up as part of the United Artists lot. I'm not sure. However, throughout the 50s, this building actually became NBC Radio. And I was able to find a picture of what it looked like in that heyday. And I'm going to show you right up here on the corner and match that shot up for you. Now what's interesting, this is what I love, and I didn't know this. I walk by it all the time, I even see it all the time, but I didn't know what the significance of it was. Is that if you look right up here on the front of this Chase building, you can see a little bit of art. And what that is they went ahead and decided to make a memorial to the silent film era. And so anybody who was instrumental in making the silent film era something or important, they went ahead and commemorated them, some of them in maybe their portrait, as you can see, and I'll show you all of them. But they went through and they literally listed name after name. Forgotten names, names I don't even know. Names that their films probably don't even exist anymore because of the way they used to store that stuff. But I thought this was so cool because for somebody like me who always complains about there being nothing left and things being removed and not remembered, this remains. Now check it out. Greta Garbo. And they're mosaics, and they actually do look like them. Gary Cooper. Sarah Bernhardt. Then you have Valentino. And the detail is magnificent. Can you guys tell? I mean, if you look at this Mary Pickford right here, look how many different colors are in the shading of her scarf wrapped around her and in her socks. Now here's Dolores Costello and John Barrymore. And same thing, look at his cape. Look at all that detail. Then above is Clara Bow, the It Girl. And then Frederick March, who I believe was the original Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then of course our favorite swashbuckling Douglas Fairbanks, Mary Pickford's husband and co-owner of Pickfair. And then we have Miss Betty Davis. And boy, did they nail the eyes. Look at that. Then we have Charlie Chaplin and the Kid. That was kind of why I wanted to do the Kid this week. I was like, I know that he's on there, and I know at some point I would be so busy that I would want to do an easy vlog in my neighborhood, and this was the one I was going to do next. And then, see, I don't even know who Nanook is. Well, I always remember one of my choir teachers always calling somebody who was bundled up with like a jacket on Nanook of the North, so I assume that has something to do with it. But yeah, even I don't know who some of these people are, but I just love this. Look at that. Look at all the names. Now, the only reason that I ever noticed this before, one day I was walking by here and I looked up, and I just thought it was a memorial to just all actors because, and I'm not sure where it is, right there. I saw William Powell, and William Powell is not traditionally known for his silent movies, even though that's where he got his start. He was in The Last Command with Eli Janning, and he was, if you can believe it, if you know William Powell's history, he was not a suave, debonair leading man in those movies. He was always the villain. He was a character, like character-looking villain. So I just thought that was cool that they memorialized the silent movie era with this mosaic. So cool. The history of Paramount, the original Paramount Studios. To give you just a little bit of an idea what would have been filmed on this lot, this Paramount lot, you would have had classics such as The Sheik, Son of the Sheik. I mean, all of those early Cecil B. DeMille pictures that weren't done on location would have been done here. I mean, this was... Gloria Swanson moved over to Paramount Pictures when she left Max Sennett Studios. I mean, this was where she made her name. I mean, remember when I did the Gloria Swanson vlog and I did that whole thing about how she was walking down into the lion's den for the picture and Cecil B. DeMille didn't really want her to do it, but she was completely stubborn and that was going to happen. She was going to do that, and he went out to tame the lion with a pistol, and then she had to lay down and pretend to be dead while the lion went up and was basically became the lion heiress or the lion wife, lion bride. That would have been filmed on this lot. And now it's just a bank parking lot. But I mean, think of the history. I mean, I can't even believe it. Just to think like 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse would have been filmed here. Right on these grounds. Right here in this building right in front of us. Right where we're looking at. Right where this big glass monstrosity they've just put in is. That would have been where the very first feature-length silent movie was ever filmed. And now, you guys have actually seen that the barn still exists and you've been in it. You know the history of it, so now you have a little bit of a place to match it up and see where it actually was where it was housed, where it lived in the early days. Check this out, the stairways to nowhere. I don't even know what they're building, but I'll be glad when it's done. This has been going on forever. Do not get me. Do not get me. I don't want to wear it. I feel like I'm in Hitchcock. And I know I told you guys this before, but the original Paramount logo with the mountains and then the stars going all the way around it, those stars actually represented the number of stars that they had under contract at the time. That's how they came up with that. Look at that. You can see the sun right behind the clouds. I couldn't tell you why, but our entire neighborhood smells like onion rings right now, which makes me think of the fair. I'm ready for the fair time. Me and Ja just went to the pet store and getting a little bit of a walk in. Look what's on the ground right here. The graffiti. Cool.